Is the fifth video in the quadratic equations chapter. We are still studying the theory part of quadratic equations. Today we are going to study a small concept which is called solving a quadratic equation by formula. Okay, so remember in the previous video, that is part 4, in the part 4th video we studied how to solve a quadratic equation by factorization. Okay, by factorization. Now factorization is by far the easiest method to solve a quadratic equation by, and it is also one of my favorite methods to solve a quadratic equation by. But there are times and occasions wherein you cannot break down a quadratic equation into factors. You cannot, because the factors are so complicated. In that scenario you are left with no other method but with the standard formula. The derivation is not in the syllabus of class 10th, so I'm not going to derive the formula, but in some of the other future fun videos, just for fun, I will show you how to derive the formula, and I'll also show you a step-by-step method or explanation of how do we get to the quadratic formula. Till then you can take this as a black box and directly start using it. Now let's start studying the formula. Imagine a standard quadratic equation denoted by ax square plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. This is the standard format of a quadratic equation. And the two roots of the quadratic equation denoted by alpha and beta are given as minus of b plus minus root over of b square minus 4ac, the whole thing divided by 2a. Okay, this is the formula. This is the this also called as Sridharacharya's formula for finding the roots of a quadratic equation alpha and beta. Okay, you should remember this formula really well and apply it and see how do we get the solutions. Some books also write this as alpha and beta is equal to minus of b plus minus root of d. Okay, whole thing divided by 2a. This is also correct because one of the previous videos we have studied that the value of d, which is the discriminant d, discriminant is equal to d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so you should remember these three elements really well. Now let us try finding the roots via the formula for a few examples, and let us take exactly the same examples which we used for factorization. So the first example we took for factorization was x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0, and just to jog your memory, let me tell you that the answer we got was the two roots were x equal to 1 and 1. This was the answer we got. Let's see whether we get the same answer over here through the formula. Okay, now one important request I have is, if you have not seen the previous 3-4 videos, please do watch those videos. They contain the theory that is relevant to this video. Okay, the link to the entire playlist of the previous 3-4 videos is down there in the description for your reference. Now let's apply the formula here. So if I compare the coefficients with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, if I do a one-to-one comparison of coefficients of x square, x in the common term, I get a equal to 1, I get b equal to minus of 2, and I get c equal to 1. Okay, now I have to put these values equal to 1, b equal to minus 2, and c equal to 1 in this formula. Okay, so first let me find the value of d, which is b square minus 4ac. So what is the value of d? The value of d is b square is 4 minus 4 into a is 1 into c is 1, which is equal to 0. So the value of d is 0, which means that the two roots alpha comma beta are minus of b plus minus root of d, whole thing divided by 2a. Okay, alpha and beta whole thing divided by d. Now minus of b is equal to 2 plus and minus d, which is root of 0, divided by 2a, a is 1, so it will be 2. So alpha and beta both are equal to 2 by 2, which is equal to 1. So alpha is also equal to 1 and beta is also equal to 1. Okay, this is exactly what we found. Alpha beta equal to 1 1 is exactly what we found when we did the same question via factorization. Now let's take another question or another example over here. Let's take something that is slightly more complicated. So the second example we did in factorization was 2x square minus of x minus of 6 equal to 0, and the value of alpha and beta, the two roots that we got, was alpha is equal to 2, and I think beta was equal to minus of 3 by 2. Ideally, via the formula also we should get the same thing which we got via factorization. So let's check that out. First, let us compare with the standard form. Standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So what is the value of a equal to 2, b equal to minus of 1, and c equal to minus of 6. Okay, let us first get the value of d. D is equal to b square minus 4ac. So b square is 1 minus 4 into a, which is 2, into c, which is minus 6. So this is 4 2 is 8, 6 is 48. This d is 49. Okay, d is equal to a positive 49. Now let us put this value of d in the standard format. So we know alpha comma beta is equal to minus of b plus minus root of d, and the whole thing divided by 2a. What will alpha and beta become? It will be minus of b, which is minus of minus 1, so it will become plus of 1, plus minus root over of d, which is root over of 49 upon 2a. 2a is 4. Okay, now because we have two values over here, let me take alpha as 1 plus and let me take beta as 1 minus. Okay, so I'll split alpha and beta here. My alpha will be 1 plus root 49 is 7 upon 4, and beta will be equal to 1 minus root 49 is 7 upon 4. So alpha will become equal to 8 by 4, that is 2. Beta will become equal to 1 minus 7, that is minus of 6 by 4, which is equal to minus of 3 by 2. So we got 2 and minus 3 by 2 via the formula, and we had 2 and minus of 3 by 2 via factorization as well. So I hope you will practice the formula really well. This is very useful. Sometimes you can use the formula to verify your factorization questions as well. Sometimes you don't know the factors, so you can use the formula to get to the factors as well. I hope you found the explanation useful. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe, and do share this with your friends to help and understand the concepts better. Cheers and God bless.